You are learning how to master money, not be a slave to it. And in the beginning, any small victory is what you feel like you need to keep pressing forward. And some of you, unfortunately, want to do that prematurely with trades. I just need that little affirmation, that little nudge. This is going to work for me. I know he said don't push a button. I know he said don't trade, but I have to. Michael, if you could just feel what it feels like to be inside this skin of mine. I got to wake up every day and do this dumb shit and make no money. I'm in a country that doesn't make any fucking money, and I'm in an impoverished nation. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mother. You know, I can't get a job with my college degree. I dropped out of college. I couldn't afford it. My mom and dad don't do this for me. Look, listen. All that stuff may be true. I had everything stacked against me. Everything. I had no pedigree that had money before me. I had no advantages where people could help me get into certain things, fall into certain, perfect scenarios for jobs. I didn't have any of those advantages. I didn't have this, where somebody's whipping my ass into shape when I'm doing stupid shit. Get me back on the rails. Keep me focused. Let me tell you something. My feelings would not have been fucking hurt because this is exactly how my grandfather talked to me. And I miss it. I wish I could hear that Navy man whip my ass and get your head in the fucking game. Focus on this. What are you looking at that shit for? This is what you're supposed to be focusing on right now. Yes, sir. I didn't have that when he passed away. He didn't see me do this. You have someone in me that proves that we can do this consistently. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm giving you a mindset, a way of thinking about it, how to conquer your demons, wrestle with them, pin them, beat their fucking ass. But you have to show up and do everything I tell you to do. And everything I tell you not to do, you need to keep it away.
Alrighty, boys and girls, good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Little technical difficulties this morning. Had to restart the PC up, so we should be good to go now. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, the water's fine. Let me turn the background music down. We did miss our opening bell a little bit, unfortunately. So the market is opened up already, boys and girls, but first things first, economic calendar. We have pending home sales this morning at 10 a.m. Pending home sales at 10 a.m. Orange folder news. 2.5 hours ago, there was another Iran headline, it looks like. Explosions were heard in Qesem Island. Cause unknown. Okay. So yeah, otherwise no news other than pending home sales at 10 o'clock this morning. Still think we could be seeing price gearing up for a drive down to that previous weekly low level that we were talking about yesterday. Pretty back and forth here, even on the 4-hour. Big wicks both sides, and not really in a hurry so far early in the week to go run for that level. Daily, we talked about this daily volume imbalance after going into the end of the day yesterday, and now we see prices traded up into that volume imbalance, and we see price starting to push away. Previous weekly low level here on the micro chart is 741 and a quarter, 742 on the E-mini chart, and to me that's where we're likely drawing for. So I would like to lean for downside. Yesterday we felt like it would have been possible that ES would take it and NQ wouldn't, and now it's starting to look like either one of them could take it in pretty close proximity. So we'll see. Market just opened up and we wick low below these lows here internally, leaving previous weekly low for now into a bearish fair value gap here on the hourly chart. So let's watch and see how this wants to close this hourly candle. Might have to adapt if this hourly gap gets invalidated. Other than that, though, that is what I would prefer to see. Let me know if you guys agree with that previous weekly low draw or not. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I did miss the opening bell. Hang on, let's go ahead and let's get it out of the way, boys. Let's get it out of the way. It's just tradition, you know what I'm saying? Hey, better late than never, boys. Better late than never, am I right? Cheers. I also spilled my coffee right before I came in here. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Erwin? Crypto Surfer, good morning. Mickey Hudson, Doug, DeLucas Cookie, good to see you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. What's up, Brian? Hope everybody is doing well. Let me check the poll in the chat. What do we got going on today? There we go, boys. Bearish. 58% of the chat is bearish. So I'm assuming everybody is probably eyeing up the same previous weekly low level, huh? Is that pretty accurate, boys and girls? Has everybody kind of got their eye on that previous weekly low at this point? Are we all in the same boat? We'll see if we get it. We'll see if we get it. It'd be quite comical, I guess, if we don't, but that is the game plan, boys. That is the game plan. What's up, Big Head Reef? Good morning from the Philippines, says Rocket ICT. Good morning from the United States of America. How's weather over there in the Philippines, Rocket? Let me know, let me know. Felix is eyeing up higher. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to go against this order flow until like something flips, I guess. And you can even just kind of just follow this along on the hourly chart, right? So like even going back to yesterday, we get that move up. This was 8 a.m. hourly candle. So this was actually pre-market. And we did actually inverse here if you look at this hourly gap here to the left, but it didn't really matter. We ended up just creating a lower high and then ultimately just selling back off. And, you know, I would just look at this as like bullish order flow is kind of failing and then bearish order flow is holding. So, I mean, until it flips, I just don't see a reason to flip my bias, I guess. But anything can happen, boys. This market can do whatever it wants. Anything can happen. This is this is our London high as well. This is our London high as well. I don't know. Is there a scenario where we go see these overnight highs ran before the previous weekly low? Never say never. Never say never. Right now we got ES trading to new lows and NQ going up. So that is just fantastic, boys. Hey, just what the doctor ordered. Markets doing the exact opposite things at the same time. Correlated markets, they're telling me. I'm not so sure. I'm starting to have my suspicions. I'm not going to lie to you. Good morning from Israel. Good morning from your greatest ally, the United States of America. Anyone from Miami in the chat? I imagine there's probably, I think we got some Floridians, quite a bit of Floridians in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. We got some Florida, got some Texas. I'm trying to remember what other states are represented well in the chat. Probably a little bit everywhere, I suppose. Yeah, NQ is flying. Flying right off the open, boys. Little sweep here. Yeah, yeah, for some reason, it's just really building up here right above that previous weekly high. Wouldn't that just be funny if, like, this weekly candle... Like, we didn't take it out on Dow, did we? I guess we did, but our weekly range is so small. Both ES and NQ have this weekly fair value gap below the previous weekly low. Do you guys think it would be like funny, like hee hee ha ha, if price just says, you know what, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to respect this wick, and then I'm actually just going to go all the way back up here? Would you guys find that funny or no? I'd find it slightly annoying, to be honest, but... Holy shit. Oh, it must be because the poll was a little too tilted bearish. All right, we got London high here, so it looks like we're going straight for it. Straight for it. London, Asia. We'll mark these out. Yeah, not really much of an entry higher there unless you were like trading just prior to I mean, this is a 5-minute chart, so I don't know. Let me look at the 1 minute. I mean, I don't trade right at the open, as you guys know, but some of you guys probably do. So, you know, is there an entry if you're hunting along here and you see these lows get taken out? But I mean, you basically got to enter like right at the open of the right at opening bell, don't you? Like maybe you take this, but yeah, I don't really see much of a. You'd have to really anticipate that and feel pretty aggressive about entering. So we'll see here. London high 125. London high. Oops. I did finally get my Grand Cup situation figured out, by the way, boys. Just had to contact support. They needed my my username, and then they all of a sudden they pushed it through, boys. So I don't know what was going on yesterday, but we are all set now. We are all set now. Let me know who in the chat is doing the Grand Cup. This is the second go around of the Grand Cup. So let me know. Let me know. I saw the leaderboard is already just ridiculous, as one would imagine. As one would imagine, the leaderboard is already ridiculous. I forget what it was last night when I looked already. Let me see if I can find her here. Share my ranking? I don't need to share my. I don't have a ranking yet. Damn. Number one is 25,000. I mean, the top three are over 24,000 in profit after one day. Where is let's go see. What is it? The top, I think it's the top 1,000 that advanced, right? This time around, let me see. Oh man. How do I just like fast forward to the, let me just fast forward to the 1,000. Filtered by rank. Here we go. Fuck yeah, here we go. Sick. This is a nice feature. Rank 1,000. All right, so the 1,000th person, so like the cutoff for qualification is up 7,000 in profit already. So yeah, moral of the story, boys, is you're gonna have to hit some full ports on that one. But hey, we'll give her, we'll sure try. We'll sure try. But that's that. Good morning, guys. Yeah, they needed something. I'm not sure what. North Korea? Actually, North Korea. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, boys and girls. I kind of felt like, isn't North Korea like totally off the grid when it comes to like the internet? I thought they like weren't allowed to be on the internet or like have communication with the outside world. Or is that just, is that a myth? All right, that's North Korea, isn't it? Pretty sure I got that right. How's that racist? I'm just asking. Is that not true? I'm pretty sure that's true. General civilization, yes, but you're in South Korea right now. All right. Well, how's Blackout Andy? Blackout. I think he must be lying. I don't know if he's actually in North Korea. He's capping. Yeah, they're actually 75K in profit according to the leaderboard. So I actually don't really know how that happened with one mini, but that's pretty fucking nuts. After one day, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how that happened. You're Kim Jong's son. All right, yeah, he's fucking with us. You know what, Andy? You know what, Andy? I appreciate the sense of humor, but I don't appreciate you getting my hopes up. I kind of felt like, I was like, damn, maybe North Korea is turning over a new leaf. Wild manipulation if we go lower. Well, that's the crazy thing is like, that's what it was yesterday, right? That's literally what it was yesterday. That's why I was hunting longs, and that's why I was hunting longs in the 10 o'clock hour, expecting a bounce off this hourly fair value gap. So, but yeah, could be just another lower high, and then we just hold this hourly gap and go lower, right? It'd be literally the exact same thing as yesterday for the most part. You got ES plunging lower now. ES plunging lower. Recent sell side 373. I think that's our previous day low, right? And then previous weekly low at 363, so 10 points lower. What's up, Sean? North Korea is a nation. I'm well aware what North Korea is. They traded silver? Oh, that could be. I am participating in the Grand Cup. I signed up Sunday night, and then I just like didn't get an account issued to me. I'm like, all right. So I didn't have an account to trade yesterday. I hit up support yesterday afternoon, and then they basically just asked for my TRADEIFY, like my credentials for TRADEIFY, and then next thing I know, I got an email saying that my account was issued. So must have been like some sort of glitch or something. So yes, I do have an account now, but I'm behind. Just wanted to give everybody else a head start. You guys know how it is. Daily BISI bottom is the key, bouncing every time we go below. Bodies close above. Daily BISI bottom. Daily BISI bottom is key, bouncing every time we go below. Bodies close above. The daily BISI? This one? I guess to me this daily BISI is mitigated though, just because like I'm not as concerned about the BISI as I am the wick, right? Yesterday we were focused on like the CE of this wick potentially also giving a bounce. So yesterday morning, the reason that I was entertaining longs initially at 10 a.m. We had traded down to 50% of this daily wick, and then we had an hourly gap that we traded back into. It did give us a change in the stay higher on the lower time frames in the 10 o'clock macro. So that's the reason I was hunting longs initially. But to me, if that's not going to give a delivery, then I think most likely we're just going to see this previous weekly low. But yeah, this daily gap led to this new high. So to me, this is how I look at gaps. To me, that gap is mitigated. But yeah, I guess that is true. The bodies have closed above that daily gap low. That is true. You need $6.50 to pass your account, Nika? That's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. But keep us posted either way. Good morning, Melda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, nasty 15-minute wick. Nasty hourly wick as well. 46, so that was the 15-minute close. Holding that hourly gap, holding these 15-minute gaps. ES is obviously leading the way to the downside here. You know what else bounces every time we go below? I'm afraid to I'm afraid to ask. I'm good, man. How are you? Doing well, doing well. But yeah, wanting to see previous weekly low, and then we'll see what kind of reaction we get off of that. I kind of was hoping that like we would open up and then we would just go straight down to it. But we'll see here. Looks like we're still going to get the delivery nonetheless. How does a guy want to really play this, though, with the open that we got on the NASDAQ? I don't know, unless a fella goes crazy and we say fuck the NASDAQ and we short ES instead. it did just swipe its previous day low here. I guess what I would kind of anticipate though, it's just different structure here, right? So like NQ, if you're looking at just reading the tape here on the 5-minute, this looks like a bullish signature, right? We take the lows out, we trade back into this first gap, maybe find a bounce out of there. And our ES, we traded up here, hit this 5-minute, it just took out this new low. So does this 5-minute OB hold, and then we see previous weekly low from there, maybe? But yeah, really just two different structures here. So one of them's lying, basically, is what I'm saying. One of them's lying, one of them's telling the truth. Which one's which? I kind of think NQ is lying, but we'll see. What's up, Bilal? Jason, what's up, man? Jason, I feel like I haven't seen your name in here in a while. What's up, dude? Or am I just making that up in my head? Yes, NQ did just tap that first gap. That is true. Don't think, just do. Be one with price. You are the price action. I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that. I am the candlesticks. And it's not just because the tip is burning. From Texas, that's right, yeah. It's been a while, so I wasn't making it up in my head. I thought so. Hope you're doing well, man. What's up, Jesus is King? Good morning, good morning. And be water. Who said that? Was that Bruce Lee? Yeah, no red folders today. We do have a couple stock earnings. I think was it Walmart that came out this morning? Was that right? What was the one this morning? No, Home Depot. Home Depot came out this morning. And then the big one is obviously tomorrow. Wait. Yeah, this too. Okay. Yeah, the big one is obviously tomorrow with NVIDIA. And then Thursday, I think, is Walmart. Yeah, Walmart, 7 a.m. So yeah, we'll probably, I mean, I guess I would expect price action to clean up after Wednesday. Obviously, that's over half the week gone, but NVIDIA earnings is definitely the big item for this week. Or just any random Trump tweet that we may or may not get. Usually the biggest headlines are saved for the weekends, we found out by now. So usually the week is kind of a little bit more so quiet. But every once in a while, we still get something. Tamales? What? Doing great. Been checking out other traders, but came back to you. They all suck. LOL. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming back, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sometimes I suck just as bad too. So I lost yesterday. So the thing is, recency bias would have some people saying he lost yesterday, so that means he sucks. And if I win today, that means I'm the GOAT. That's usually how it goes. But Jason, either way, welcome back, man. Happy to have you. Cheers. Why no short at 949? I don't see a short, man. I don't see a short. I'm looking at the 5-minute though. I'm not on the 1-minute. Maybe I'm missing some action here. Why not short here? I don't know. Why don't you? You can short. You don't need me to short for you to short. I'm just looking at this 5-minute. Like, to me, this looks like it has potential to be bullish. So, yeah, that's really all I got. Macro has started. We'll see here. Even on the 1-minute, like, we're kind of bouncing back and forth. All right, so 1-minute BPR, which is what you're asking, is this 949 wick. I just don't know where we're gonna go from here. Yeah, are we gonna go up to London? Are we gonna sell off? I don't know. We'll see. This bullish gap is holding right now. And this wick is holding right now. So but yeah, man, hourly close in 6-7 minutes. 6-7. Right now we're just kind of floating inside that hourly gap. I will say, based on the higher time frames, I do want to see lower. I do want to see lower. So I will give you that. Am I planning to short? I mean, I'm kind of just waiting for price to show me what it really wants to do. Like the 5-minute, this setup was kind of bullish here. And then obviously we've had a one-sided overnight session with lower highs here on Asia and London. So I don't know. Can we, who's to say we could still go here, but you know, can we get to London? Do we go to like London first or something? I don't see why that would be totally out of the question. It would make for a little bit messy of a, kind of a messy chart on the hourly, but I mean, I don't know if the market makers really care if the chart's messy or not. I think they're trying to make it that way. But yeah, we'll see. Overall buys is bearish. Yeah, I want to see previous weekly low, but previous daily low on ES taken here. Is that all we get? I guess previous day low was taken on NQ as well. So. Isn't it kind of funny how ES is like, it was outpacing NQ down and now it's outpacing NQ up. Don't like the 15-minute close. Yeah. Well, if you remember last week, I forget what day that was. We had the same exact thing happen on an hourly chart, and then it just filled the whole wick. It filled the whole wick. And then we traded much higher. Yeah, just, you know, makes things a little sloppy. We'll see, but kind of the thought process here, right? So, like, obviously I said that I wanted to lean more bearish overall until, like, this, you know, if we got, like, a flip here on, like, the hourly, this hourly gets invalidated. So, you know, does that leave us with, you know, who's to say that we got 4 minutes left? So maybe this gap still holds. And then at that point, we're looking at this wick as more of a rejection block. And then that does maybe roll price over going into 10 or 11 o'clock. But alternatively, and same with ES here, right? The same hourly gap exists. But alternatively, if this inverses this hourly, that's more of a reason to be bullish, I would say. But then you would just kind of be looking for that hourly PO3 after 10 here, I would say. Pending home sales, by the way, as well, coming in. If you guys are in a position, just so you know, orange folder news, we'll see what that reaction looks like. But yeah, as of right now, we'll see. 3 minutes left. Are we going to respect the gap? Look at that reaction. There you go. If you guys want to, I mean, the hourly, go look at the hourly chart on YM if you guys want a good laugh. Holy wick. Look at this thing. I'll show you myself. Look at this hourly wick on this thing. Sheesh. What's going on in here? Breakfast. We'll go to, yeah, we'll go full. We'll go full screen on the NQ here. But, yeah, here, 2 minutes left on the hour. Looking like we're going to get this hourly gap to hold with the body close on both ES and NQ. Definitely on ES. I don't know, maybe NQ shoots up here in the last minute, but I think we get the hold on both. Hourly doji, it's kind of looking like it, ain't it? 1 minute left until this hourly close. But yeah, so based off of that, like, we're going to be trying to frame an hourly PO3. I'm going to be trying to frame an hourly PO3 off that for lower. Just because this is holding still, so. That is the game plan. For now. Always subject to change, boys. Always subject to change. We have no news that, well, we have orange folder news at 10. Just pending home sales month over month. Probably not going to be anything crazy. Yeah, this 3 minutes pretty nasty. I mean, all these lower time frames are a little nasty right now. Little nasty. Little nasty. All right, here's the new hour, all right? So, yeah, we did get the close. We're holding hourly Sibby. Yeah, you're right. This the wicks on the 15 are gnarly, ain't they? Last 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see if we can find something here. I'm being patient because I don't know if we want to trade up into this wick a little bit. We opened up and it's kind of just an open lower right now. This technically would also be a rejection block on the hourly just because it did sweep liquidity. But you'd like to think that that could fail just because we got previous weekly low resting right below. This 5-minute closes in 90 seconds. This 15-minute is just in this range. New York, the worst PA. Yeah, New York is New York is something else lately. AM session. I think the PM session's been a little bit more. Well, it's like the AM session has been just such a honestly, in some ways, either like a chop or like a whipsaw a lot of days. And by the PM session, you have that data to work off of. So it's kind of less confusing. I think it's been a lot easier to get confused in the AM session. Look at that wick. Look at that wick off the 5-minute, like the last minute of the 5-minute candle. I have not. No, I'm not taking a trade yet. No, I'm just staying patient here. I do want to see previous weekly low. That's kind of been my bias. This hourly fair value gap held as well. But no, I haven't taken anything yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Am I going to enter something at 11 a.m.? How would I know that? I have no idea if I'm entering something at 11 a.m. There's a nice candle, huh? There's a nice candle, huh? Maybe we get left behind here, but maybe now we can work off this. It's just this delivery is kind of fucked. I don't know. What do you boys think? What are you boys thinking? Delivery's kind of fucked to me. We're not even really leaving gaps behind. We're wicking back. AMD model playing out? Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Your accumulation is probably this smaller range pre-market. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution lower. Let's see if we get to previous weekly low here in one swoop. I don't know. Yeah, boys. To me, it just like, I don't know. It didn't really leave something behind that I felt super confident in. If I'm being honest. I was eyeing up this like 5 minute here. If we got the closure on this 5 minute candle, which it wicked back up right at the end after taking out this wick low. So I was like, eh. So I just basically, I don't know. I just didn't really like it. Realistically, your best entry was probably like right prior to 10 o'clock. We took this wick high, got this. That's hindsight, but yeah, and yeah, this doesn't. That don't really make sense to me to try that. Who caught shorts though? Who caught shorts and where? Drop your executions in the Discord if you guys want. Let me know where you guys entered if you did. I felt like the delivery was a little bit sus, but so I am not in this. Couldn't find something I liked. Look at how much cleaner ES is on the 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, oops. Here we go. It's the 1 minute ES. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, 1 minute ES chart. Like this is a lot cleaner here. I do agree. We're delivering from this. The hourly is a lot more favorable, I would say, as well for a short. So yeah, ES is a little bit cleaner. That same retracement was really not into much here. Oh well. Previous weekly low. Are you gonna snag it, NQ? You're so close. Trap bulls to the upside and trap shorts and send it up. We could do that too. NQ does have a funny way of doing stuff like that. Leaving the low just ever so slightly intact, retracing back in the range within the hour, and then like maybe the next hour, the next hourly macro, we get the delivery, or maybe like the 30-minute mark. Yeah, that happens too. That definitely happens. Moment of truth, guys, with this gap. The question is like, you know, is previous weekly low as low as we go today, right? Maybe not. We have all of these opening range gap lows below from previous weeks that were never traded back into, like 389, 988. You know, we don't really have like high impact news that would necessarily support like a bigger expansion, but you never know. Never know. So yeah, guys, I'm flat on the day right now. Let me check the Discord to see if you guys dropped anything in here. Did you guys take anything or what? Did you guys take anything? Let me know. Let me know. That was earlier, it looks like, right? 9:09 a.m. my time. So, oh, okay, this was a few minutes ago. So L here looks like, and then W. But you gave the room here. That was good. Entered off this initial 49 wick, and then that's good that you left that, because that would have been tragic. That would have been tragic. What was the entry off of here, though? This is the 5-minute chart. Long into a short, I think. Nice Angelino. Quick scalp there. Off the inversion. There you go, got that low. All right, yeah, so some of you guys caught it. Looking at charts though, yeah, so you guys, a lot of you guys maybe use that BPR up there on the 1 minute prior to 10 o'clock. Yeah, prior to 10 o'clock looked like it was the move. I kind of wanted to wait for that hourly close though, just to see the what the hourly fair value gap wanted to do. And she held. Nice. I think you got your limit set at previous weekly low, must be. All right, well, we didn't just inverse the gap right straight away. Good sign. See if he gives that one last push here. Going into 10:15. Yeah, congrats, boys. Congrats anybody that did catch the short. We did want previous weekly low. I just didn't find the I didn't find enough. There wasn't anything here that really like stuck out to me like, oh, I need to take that. That's obvious. So I just stayed out. So there you go. There's previous weekly low, boys. There you go. There you go. Previous weekly low. Damn it. Should have been mine. Should have been mine. You son of a bitch. All right, the question is now, boys, previous weekly low, do we turn around for the morning? Or are we about to see this thing expand lower? Like our next level is like 389 for like an opening range gap fill from previous weeks. I guess we're looking for sell side here. Let's go to the 4 hour. We do have sell side here, swing low. Oops. 4 hour low here at 542. Expansion or we turning around here, chat? Let me know. Yeah, congrats, guys. Previous weekly low is exactly what we were calling for, so I guess shout out. Dow Jones going up, by the way. If anyone cares. Expansion. It's 90-minute. Hey, here's our 90-minute candle. Isn't that so funny? Doji, bang. Yeah, what are we like? I don't know, like 160, 170 points off of the next sell side. Yeah, this 15-minute candle honestly might just keep falling. Previous 15-minute close was pretty heavy. ES hasn't taken its previous weekly low yet. Should here soon, I would think. Going towards weekly BISI now, today or tomorrow. We're already in the weekly BISI now. But it's a pretty big BISI, as I think we all would agree. So, you know, how far into that BISI are we going? You know, we got, I mean, if you just look at the weekly chart like this, that whole run up is basically a giant imbalance. So, I mean, at some point, we're expecting all of this range to rebalance, right? Like 50% is just basically back towards the previous all-time highs. 26,400. 400s, 500s roughly. So. Look at this 10 a.m. open too. Like, just look at the difference here in the hourly closure. of the previous hour here on ES, previous hour here on NQ. Big wick, yes, but open, very small wick, pretty aggressive. There's previous weekly low on ES as well. All right, but yeah, so now it's just a waiting game. After this, previous weekly low was my only target. Maybe if you guys are holding runners, you might get blessed with something. You might get blessed with a huge expansion here. So if you got runners, we'll see. But yeah, this is just waiting for me. This is all that I would have wanted today, and then everything after that is kind of just see how things unfold. Just got funded with your giveaway account. Nice. It is me trading. Congrats, man. Good luck on the funded. Good luck on the funded. You got to get another giveaway so you can bundle. Yeah, if the luck is in your favor, you'll have to go hang out with Jonesy. See if some of his luck will rub off on you. Violent wick toward the daily high will likely happen. What? Towards the daily high? Towards like the wick that we left? Is that what you're saying? We'll zoom out here to the 5 and watch this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hunting probably just continuations until things like flip and fail, but it's going to be kind of based around time as well. So 10:20 right now, 10:30 in 10 minutes. But not really showing a lot of sensitivity to this previous weekly low sweep. So to me, as we trade back into these bearish PD arrays and then confirm lower off of them, I would anticipate probably continuation lower at this point. So yeah, 5 minute here just prior to previous weekly low. Did leave this 5 minute up here near our opening price. If you're just kind of looking at ranges as OTE, if we were to retrace, put in a low like somewhere around here, and then retrace back up into this range, you know, where does this low land? And then how big of a retrace are we going to see? Oops. If any at all. Maybe this thing just dies. Maybe this thing just dies, and in which case I'm going to feel extreme FOMO because runners are printing here with like no retracement. Runners are printing with no retracement. I feel like recently this month, every time we've had the opportunity to leave a runner, the runner basically doesn't really ever go much further than the actual like target. And then you end up kind of getting either trailed out or you just end up just closing it as it retraces back towards your entry. But like, if this gives you boys, if this gives your runners like an extra, however many points this is, like this is an extra from previous weekly low to the next sell side is an extra 200 points. Even on like 1 or 2 micros, that is huge. So yeah, I'll be feeling a little FOMO. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. Especially says, I mean, I came on the stream and I'm like, I want previous weekly low. But yeah, this delivery wasn't necessarily a fan, but nothing I can do about it now. I think crypto is showing it might be dying back to the range. Hey boys, I've been telling you sub 50K incoming on Bitcoin. For sure. Not financial advice. But yeah, weekly or monthly gap here. Also bearish breaker. It's literally a monthly bearish unicorn right here on Bitcoin. This monthly gap was already mitigated, so this should be that new protected high. And yeah, I like this level right down here for a minimum. I like this level down here, 46,000. I'll just call it 46,000. And that's coming from somebody that's holding Bitcoin. So, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but that is probably the reality. Yeah, now the issue kind of just becomes that this is like this, if we pull up into this 5-minute, this is still in a relative discount of just even this, like this current hourly range, you know? Well, we'll see, guys. We'll see. 10:30 in like 6 minutes, so just staying patient. Is anybody in runners, by the way? Is anybody holding any runners after previous weekly low? Or is everybody all out that was in shorts? Let me know what y'all are got going on. Let me live vicariously through some of you right now. Got one runner on the 150K eval. Sold 29,010. You sold at 29,010. Yeah. Prior to 10 o'clock, man. That was the best opportunity. Obviously, hindsight, like I said, but if you were willing to take that, then smacked it. Absolutely smacked it. Absolutely smacked it. Nika's out and done. Hey, Nika, did you pass? You said you were $6 away. Did you pass? Are you good? Passed 7 accounts today. Holy shit. Save some for the rest of us. Oh my God. 5 big booms for Nika. I wish I could give you 7 big booms, but these guys only gave us 5.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Dang. Congrats. No, Alex. Unfortunately, I did not take anything. I did want to see previous weekly low. I just didn't really care for how NQ kind of set itself up here. So unfortunately, no, I actually did not take the short, but a lot of people did up here, up in this 1 minute BPR here. So now it's a waiting game, though. Now it's a waiting game. No balls, some might say. No balls. I should have risked it for the biscuit. Although that kind of burned me yesterday, though, so maybe a little PTSD. That is, I guess that is like a psychological thing with traders, isn't it? Like recency bias. And you know how you're not supposed to, like, one session is not necessarily supposed to, like, bleed into the next session, or whether good or bad, right? Like every single day is its own day, but far easier said than done. The day is done. If you don't take it, don't fake it. I don't even know what that means, Monkeef. The day is definitely not done, by the way. It's pretty early. The day is definitely not done. So factually, that would be incorrect. But is the clearest objective hit? I would say so. For now, the clearest objective is hit. So Nika, was one of them the giveaway account? Just curious. Nika did win a giveaway. Was that Friday or Thursday? Because if so, that would mean we got 2 people in the chat that won giveaways within, I think, the last week. They both passed, which is good. And I think Jonesy was passing a couple of them last week. So you boys are making do. Oh, shit. Nika goes, nope, blew that one on Monday. Well, you know, hey, at least, you know, you got that one out of the way so you could pass the 7. So I guess it served a purpose. It served a purpose. Moral victories. Yeah, TRADEIFY gave me the 25K growth codes. Next batch of codes, I'm definitely going to make sure that it's 50Ks. As you guys know, 50Ks is usually what we go for here. It's just a nice solid ground. I think most people trade 50Ks anyway. They gave me like double the amount of codes for 25Ks, and I'm like, oh shit, because usually it's like a monthly budget, all right, of what you're unless I'm gonna do like a bigger, like a huge giveaway, you know, then you might have to take some out of your commissions. But yeah, that's just how it ended up. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll rock with it. Guess we'll rock with it. I didn't fight him about it. Free is free either way, I suppose. So shouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, right now the Lucid is 50% off for 2 uses as well. And that includes the direct to fundeds if anybody likes the direct to fundeds. Well, I think that's until you got some time on that. I think that's active until like July 2nd, I want to say. So, not a huge rush. We've done quite a few giveaways. We have done quite a few giveaways. But that's really thanks to you, boys and girls. It's really thanks to you, boys and girls. So give yourself a little pat on the back. There's a 5-minute gap tag here. We are at 10:30 now. 10:30. 15-minute gap was left as well. So if we look at the 15, kind of a weak candle here after this Drake candle. And a 15-minute gap left behind. But yeah, hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button if you guys would like a giveaway today. 150 likes for a giveaway today, for sure. Locked and loaded. You know, and every tier above that, we are willing to do more giveaways as well. The giveaways are in your hands, not mine. I think we see heavy upside now. Yeah, we might for sure. It's kind of what we're trying to figure out here. We might. That 15-minute is a Goliath, though, isn't it? We'll see how this hourly ends up closing. We've got 29 minutes left on it, so. All right, here we go into that 15-minute now. Here we go into the 15. I mean, our entire like regular trading hours range so far, like 50% is all the way back up here. You know, and if this hourly candle comes all the way back up here, I'm asking myself, if it comes all the way back up here, does this just go straight to these highs? It may be London, Asia too. We did hit -2 to 2.5. If you're just going off this 1 minute, this last manipulation leg, projecting that out, this is -2 to -2.5. And we hit -1 of the Asia range. We'll see, though, guys. I don't know. I'm not making any bold predictions yet. Roger, it's your turn for the giveaway. I'm telling you. I think you're due for one. I think you're due for one, Roger. You want to take longs to midnight open? Yeah, I mean, I guess we already traded through midnight open though. That's why, like, part of me is still leaning. Like, I'm leaning for continuation. If I have a bias right now, that is what I'm leaning toward. I just don't want to be like forcing it after previous weekly low. So that's just kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean, boys? I just don't want to force it. You can't force it in. You got to be gentle. You got to warm the oven up. You got to warm the oven up, as they say. You can't just be forcing it in. It hurts. For everybody. It hurts for both parties. It hurts for you and the market. And yes, I was definitely talking about the market. Absolutely no doubt about it. Now that we've traded into that 15-minute gap, ES as well did tap into the wick of that, what would be a bearish order block on the 15 as well. I'd really be hard-pressed to think that this should deliver a new low. Minimum. And maybe all the way down here. Well, it's 10:35. I think I'm just going to tape read this. Let's see if this plays. 15-minute gap tap, 1 minute change in the state lower. Let's see if this plays, though. I'm not feeling super confident about it anymore just because we have taken that previous weekly low, and I don't like where we're at with time. But let's see. Let's watch this. I'm just going to tape read this for now. I guess I don't need the short tool on there. That'll make people think that I'm in that. We'll see if this plays though. Unk getting freaky at 7 a.m. It's actually 9:30 my time, so not too freaky yet. Well, I guess I should say it's getting to be about that time where it makes sense to start getting freaky is what I'm trying to say. 7 a.m. I would agree with you. It's a little bit early. 9:30 though. That's kind of when the freaks come out to play. Are we got to trade now? I'm just tape reading this. Theoretically, it is a setup, but given what we've already accomplished, I just don't have a lot of confidence in it. So we'll see what it wants to do. And then, yeah, we're just at a knock. Like, we're in the middle of the hour, so. If this was like a macro type setup, I would feel a lot more confident in that, to be honest. I would like that. And just look at the size of this 15-minute gap. Like, this is a fat gap, boys. This is a fat gap. We barely poked into it. So those are all the reasons that is simply just a tape read. And I'm not going to I don't want to force the envelope on it. Trying to be a good boy. I'm trying to be a good boy. And I'm glad that I'm a good boy. Because, see, you tape read that, it doesn't play out. That would have been a stop out. So I'm happy with the tape read there. See, boys, patience. Patience is a virtue. Easier said than done, though, after, like, me especially. Like, I did miss this previous weekly low, which I wanted. So listen, that's a W for me. I don't care what you say. Even the FOMO couldn't make me rush into a bad trade. Bearish after sweeping previous weekly low. Jan Van, I don't know if you've been listening to anything I've been saying this whole time. I'm just trying to like speculate on what's happening. Obviously, the bias was bearish. We did accomplish previous weekly low, yes. And I'm just entertaining, do we see possible continuations or a bullish scenario print after previous weekly low? I feel like I've done a pretty decent job kind of outlining the case for both. And I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get from here. That's why I'm waiting. But I would say that the fact that, like, if we were going to get continuation, and the fact that that is failing, that's probably a sign that's pointing to bullish, right? For now, though. 10:40 here. 15-minute close will be incoming here in 5, and then macro incoming shortly thereafter. But yeah, I think you know, if we do get a long scenario, if we do, I really just like this wick, to be honest with you. That previous hourly open. Maybe leave some runners to these highs. Two, 3 minutes. We're building a base here. We are building a base here. Would have felt more comfortable shorting if we swept London or Asia. Yeah, that's after this pump up at the open, and then we traded up. We traded down into this first presented like 5-minute gap, and then we started getting a move back up higher. I was kind of with you on that possibility. That's why I didn't short here. But turns out this was obviously the best short at like 9. The best short was like 9.55. So in the macro here, this was just prior to the macro. Either one would have played if you kept your stop, you know, like above this high. But yeah, I was with you on that possibility. Try to stay patient. Unfortunately, that means that I ended up missing just because I didn't like the way that this looked. I end up missing the delivery to previous weekly low. What's up, Meg? Don't like that we're building LRL. Are you talking like up here at these highs? Or are you talking like these 1 minute lows here? We kind of have it on both sides of this range. I think what we could maybe see here as we go into 11. Obviously that's still 17 minutes away yet, but perhaps this hourly wick we'll be able to use it as a rejection block. I don't know where this will close, but that could be a possibility that we use for like an 11 o'clock PO3. Assuming that we close back above previous weekly low. Like if this does close back below here, you know, that might change some things. So yeah, man, like I said, it really is just a waiting game for me at this point. If you caught previous weekly low, like that was like the best case scenario, and then you're probably just, you know, you're good for the day. But for me, we just gotta wait after that. Did you notice the accumulation in advance? Did I notice the accumulate, like pre-market the accumulation? Yeah, I wanted to see market open up and go straight to previous weekly low and then be bullish off of it, to be honest. But then when we went higher, I just didn't know how high we were going to go. Did we want London first or not? But I definitely still want a previous weekly low. That was the first thing I said basically when I opened up the stream, was that I want a previous weekly low to be hit. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. I said it. We can just dump from there, really. Big bearish range. We can just dump from there. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, we have to go higher. I don't think that's true. For the people that are like, we hit the previous weekly gap, or the previous weekly low and the daily, the weekly gap. Like, I get it. But are you really going to just sit here and like totally discredit the fact that like this weekly range is in the heaviest premium ever? Is that really what we're doing? I'm not saying that it can't go higher and you can't hunt longs. What I'm saying is just like, are you really going to just be that? Are you going to be that stubborn to sit here and be like, we have to go, we can only go up now? Like, I just think that's, why would you ever box yourself in like that? I feel like you always have to be able to, just look at the market with a neutral mind and be able to identify what could happen in both scenarios and why. Otherwise, you're going to just be pigeonholing yourself, I think. Giveaway time, do we get to 150 likes or what? Let me see. Let me check. 80 likes? You guys trying to hurt my feelings or what? Yeah, first giveaway at 150 likes, and then subsequent further giveaways can be earned with more likes. Perhaps 200, perhaps 250. But listen, I think it's a fair trade. Free stream, free giveaway accounts. Hitting the like button is absolutely free. I mean, it's a fair trade, I think. Don't you guys think that's a fair trade? I think it's a fair trade. And free alerts. No financial advice, but yes, free alerts. Yeah, you could be grading the weekly gap because it's so big. You definitely could. Did we get to like 50% of this fair value gap on the 15? Looks maybe, no. Close. No, we actually stayed below it. We stayed below it, didn't we? What do you guys think? Sign of weakness? Sign of weakness or no? That we couldn't even get back to 50%? What's up, Warren? No, I did not take. I wanted previous weekly low, but I unfortunately did not see a setup or an opportunity to participate. So I did just watch this go to previous weekly low without me, but a lot of people did catch it up in here. They took it. I just wasn't certain at that point if we were going to see another drive to a new high or not. So tried finding something. I just didn't see anything that jumped off the screen at me, unfortunately. So I'm flat for now. What are we going to do, boys? What are we going to do? Macro is going to get started here in a minute. Hourly candle may give that previous weekly low close below after all, huh? 5-minute closing coming. How does the chat feel about a trade like this? Bearish order block on the 5 if we get the closure, obviously. Stop at the recent high. Try to get 542. And then maybe leave a runner. Gotta get the closure, though. I like the greatest risk reward. 1.5, right? 1.5, yeah. No closure. It doesn't look like we're going to get. Pretty sharp back and forth here on the 1. Staying patient. We do have SMT at this low now that I'm just seeing. So let me just hold off for now. Five-minute looking like barcode. What does the setup look like if we rock with something like this? I just like this wick on this wick from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I really like this as a potential target. Oh shit. Something like that, maybe. No close above. We did get a close above on the 3-minute. Let's see this 5-minute close. I may try this if we get like the 5-minute closure right here. I was watching that 2-minute. If the 2-minute close, I was going to give this a try. What's the one look like? There we go. No closure there yet either. Should we go back to the 2-minute? Back to the 2-minute FEG. See if it wants to close yet. Nope. All right, I'm just waiting, guys. I don't know. I'm not convinced to join this yet. Maybe at the top of the hour. We'll see something. Hopped in the long. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for it to confirm here finally. As it just soars. Well, we got a closure. Finally, but I'm not taking that entry. Unless I'm extending my target all the way to here. Can we get this little poke down into a gap here? There we go. All right, I'm in there. Oops. There we go. We poked that gap on ES. That's why I just entered right there. But market executed here. Stop at the low. If you're just going back to this hourly wick, this is like a 1.4. These highs up here. Two and a half R. 2.6. See what happens, boys. And then let's see one last thing here. Break even, like equilibrium of the range, premium of the range. Alrighty. Away we go. So hourly just opened up. If you recall, I was saying how this, we'd probably want to look at this wick as an hourly rejection block. Now, do we want to trade down towards 50% of this wick or no? It'd be cool if not, I guess. It's fine with me. SMT at the high. Did you mean right here? Yeah, that's gone now. We have SMT at the low too. I'm talking to myself just as much as you guys, but I think if you're constantly looking at every single SMT, you're just going to be confused all the time. But yeah, let's see. We want not much more than like 50% of this wick. Ultimately, we can expect price to maybe want to dig down into here, but ultimately we would want the 50% of the wick to hold. Why long? I flipped a coin and guessed. I mean, if you don't know why I'm long at this point, then you haven't been listening. I don't. You're listening, it's just a bad long, then don't take it. Holding this till 2 p.m. 2 p.m., you crazy bastard. Yeah, my break even is 50% of this range. That'll be my break even. Which basically lines up with 830 opening price. Holding this till next week. Yeah. Monkeef says, I know I'm trolling sometimes, but I know my limits. But this loser, trying to told you this is bad trade. This is good trade. Gosh. Yeah, I wish I fucking could read that, to be honest. You're holding the short? Well, may the best man win, crypto server. May the best man win. 5-minute gap here. Speaking in skibbity bibbity bibbity. Skiddly diddly diddly doo. I won't panic until this gap gets inverse. If this 5-minute gets inverse, I'll start to get a little bit, I'll get a little worried. Think we'll be leaving this all-time high for real before June's NFP? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. I think a lot of things have happened already this year that have been kind of unprecedented and unexpected. So I've been calling for lower for a little while now. I do find it funny and also annoying though that as I was in the chat earlier or talking with the chat earlier, I'm like, I still maybe am leaning a little bit more lower, but I would entertain a move back up higher, short term. And then people are like, Only short if you're a beginner. Meanwhile, we're in like the deepest weekly premium we've ever seen. And then as soon as I get convinced, I see a criteria to potentially entertain longs, then it's like, that's a bad long. Holy shit. There's actually no winning with trading social media. You can see where my patience would run slim. For the record, boys, if you're in here casting your opinion on my trade without me asking for your opinion, I don't want your opinion. Let me just put it like that. There's nothing more annoying when you're sitting here focusing on charts, waiting for things to play out, executing when things play out the way that you want them to, or you give an if this then criteria, and if something happens and then you execute on it, I'm not asking for your opinion at that point. And I find it annoying when people offer their opinion unwarranted. I think that's pretty understandable, though. Now, if I ask for your opinion, don't leave me hanging, right? If I ask, sometimes I ask. But if I don't ask, I don't want to know. Kind of like in the military. Don't ask, don't tell. If you're gay, don't tell me. You know what I'm saying? All right, getting a decent move here to a new high off that 5-minute gap. I don't really want to see this. I don't want to jam my stop up too early, but I also don't want to see this like strong rejection here and then come all the way back down. I want to see this keep supporting. So I'm gonna be patient with my break-even stop. Let it try to get up to like these opening prices first. That is a 15 and 30-minute bearish OB as well. Before I just jam it up there. Is your health okay? I got a little frog in my throat this morning. That's probably why you guys keep hearing me clear my throat every 5 seconds. Yeah, I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know what's bugging me. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I had a pretty nice head cold. Maybe I had COVID, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I had COVID or what, but I had something for a couple weeks, got over that, and then like a week later I got like this little, I don't know, it's like a little head, like I woke up with a sore throat on like Sunday night or Monday. So for like last 2 days, my sore throat's gone now. But like I still have this like little tickle in my throat. I have this little tickle in my throat. But yeah, dude, I literally never get sick. I almost never get sick. So it's a little annoying. It's annoying, as I imagine it's annoying to listen to it through this microphone, but it's also annoying for me. Sitting here sniffling. Coughing like I'm at the doctor getting a physical while he's touching my nuts. Turn your head and cough, son. One more time. A little harder. Doc, aren't you supposed to have gloves on? Do I wear and or collect fragrances? I do. I wouldn't say I collect them, but I always have a few in rotation. I have not purchased the one that chat told me to purchase not too long ago. I still have it in my... What's funny is I still have it in my Amazon cart. I just haven't bought it yet. I never really have more than like a few at a time, though. So I wouldn't say I'm a collector, but of course you got some fragrances. I mean, you got to have some fragrances, boys. Got to be out here smelling yum, you know? You got to be out here smelling yum. Haven't been using fragrances for about 10 years due to its rhinitis. Only wears Fabcom. Are you suggesting that my cologne is causing me to have rhinitis? Is that is that what you're suggesting? Or no? All right, there's 9:30. I'm gonna go break even here, chat. This is just kind of the logic here. So we're getting back up into premium of the range. This is the 30-minute bearish OB from this morning. So, you know, I don't know, if we get a hard rejection here and then we flip, might be better to just not be in it. So I'm break even now. See if we can get follow through or not. Trying to grab my thing here. Trying to grab my thing here. We'll watch it on the 1 minute for some more suspense. This will be a hard run. It's going to be a hard run one way or the other. Yeah, either it's going to absolutely fucking fry all these lows that we built up, or we're just going to turn this shit back around, and then we're going to go run all of the liquidity from earlier. That'd be sweet. Hard to say, though. Everything was printed within this kill zone range, and now we're out of it. So... yeah, I'll never say that there's no chance that we go to a new low first. That would be silly. But for sure felt like we would get a move back to a more of a discount or a premium price minimum. And then if we get the run to targets, then that's great. But this is being sponsored all off that previous weekly low being taken, that weekly gap, obviously. So that's all the logic in it. Could support a higher time frame move. And then, yeah, whenever this trade ends, as long as we got 150 plus likes, we'll do a giveaway today, chat. So hit the like button, if you guys would like a giveaway. If you would like one, if you wouldn't like one, that's fine. But yeah, we'll do that whenever this trade kind of comes to an end, whether it's break even, TP, whatever. If it does go to TP, we actually might be sitting here for a while. This might be a long one. We're not really like displacing too quickly through these levels yet, which is maybe not the best sign. If we hold here and we start seeing quick movement down, that's probably not a good sign. Probably going to go lower. Just like that. All right. Getting ready to get break even stopped here. Unless I get saved here. Peace out, TS. Break even. All right, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Break even. But plan followed, though. We'll see what it wants to do from here. Plan followed. It wanted to go break even up once we got to these opening prices. You can see the 5-minute. Yeah, look at that 5-minute flip. Look at that 5-minute flip now. Shit. Shit. Do we get to 150 likes, boys? Are we ready for a giveaway? Do I dare look? Almost 20 likes away, chat. You can do it. You can do it, chat. You can do it. I believe in you. Hit the like button if you guys want to give away. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Winner will get to choose between a Apex account for any sized account, free eval, a Lucid account, specifically 50K flex, and then the TRADEIFY codes that I have. I only have a few left, but the 25K growth. So I'll let the winner, whoever wins, can pick whichever one they would like. What do you guys think? Lower or heartbreak break even goes to targets? What do you guys think? What's it gonna be? Heartbreak break even or lower? Either way, I guess I'm kind of fine with it. To me, I followed my plan, so. I really do think that we should have seen, most likely, I think we should have seen some speed through here, but I guess time will tell. More low. I'm seeing more lowers in the chat. More people think lower. Newton says hard break even. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Moment of truth, right? Moment of truth. Let's watch this 5. The 5 definitely looks prime for lower. 5-minute CISD off this 30-minute. And hourly order block as well. To me, that should point to lower. Monkeef, you wonder why he's a mod and you're not. Trolls don't get made. Trolls don't get made moderators. All right, guys. 1 like away, chat. 1 like away. Exclamation point Discord in the chat. If you're not in the Discord, hop on in there. And we'll house the giveaway in there. Crypto Surfer, are you still in your short, by the way? This is from an hour ago. Are you still in that? I know you said that you were short when I was long. Or did this move up? Smack that ass. What's going on? Someone spamming? So many spammers. All right, boys. Looking like the move lower is coming in here. Let me grab this. G-create. We'll give it 3 minutes because then that will give us time to watch. I want to see what this price does. I'll keep you guys hostage. 1 winner. Prizes. Winner gets to pick their prop account giveaway. It's either going to be TRADEIFY, Lucid, or Apex. Description. What do you think? Dump this shit? Dump this shit. Holy frick. Holy frick. All right, guys, if you want to be in the giveaway, join the Discord. The link is in the chat. Exclamation point Discord as well. The Nightbot just dropped it conveniently. Go to the giveaway section, click this horn right here, and that will enter you into the giveaway. We'll have a winner selected here in 3 minutes. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We did get this 5-minute inversion as well. Oh. Oh. Gosh. I'm tempted to slap this. It feels naughty, but I'm tempted to slap this short. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till like 11:30 at least. Give myself a time-based timer here. Perhaps it'll save me from something stupid. All right, guys, a minute left. Enter in the giveaway if you guys want to be in the giveaway. Like the stream. Oh. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. 2 break-evens. Yeah, the previous weekly low trade was really the best opportunity this morning for sure so far. So congrats to the people that did catch it. You don't care? Then quit complaining. Seems like you do care, since you're the one pointing it out, Monkeef. All right, 45 seconds. Thanks for your advice, Ayu. I'll make sure not to listen. I mean, what the fuck is... Can I ban countries from my live stream? Is that a thing? I'm noticing a theme amongst the comments that annoy me the most. All right, guys, winner in 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Payeyu? Yeah, this would be the kind of guy that would leave me a silly comment. I'm just kidding. What's up, Payeyu? Payeyu, say what's up in the chat. Let me know you're here. Payeyu, where you at, man? If it's AU, we're re-rolling it. Or AO, whatever the fuck his name is. That's you, PackX. All right, man. Congrats. Go ahead and submit a ticket over here. Submit a ticket, and then just in that ticket, just say whether you would prefer the Lucid 50K Flex, the Apex any size code, or if you would prefer the TRADEIFY 25K growth code. And then let me know, and then I'll get you that code here after stream. Congrats, man. Also, just double check as well. Like, make sure that you're not banned from one of the firms, because obviously you want to pick the firm that you're not banned from. So just a heads up on that. All right. Let's see here. I want to see what 11:30 has in store. Congrats, man. Crypto Surfer, we got to get you a dub on the giveaways too, don't we? There's a lot of people that are due for a dub. That is true. A lot of people are due. I mean, the law of averages, eventually we do enough giveaways, you're going to get one. You know what I mean? Eventually it's going to happen. Naz Lover, I feel like you won one not too long ago. Or am I making that up in my head? I feel like you won one not too long ago, Naz Lover. One more giveaway. If you guys want one more giveaway, I mean, there's still 400 of you in here, 250 likes. If you get the 250 likes in the next 5-10 minutes, we'll run one. We'll run another one. $1 million likes, I'll donate my kidney. I'll give away my kidney. And a free OnlyFans subscription, which is probably the better value. We'll see here, boys. We'll see. Pretty easy to be flipping back and forth in this range, though, huh? You know, what's this hourly candle going to do? We did finally, looks like we retraced to about 50%. Remember we said we could retrace to 50% of this hourly? Did we get to 50? We did finally. There is 50% of that hourly wick, which we talked about this. Those hourly wicks, dude, they really have been, I mean, they've been hitting, especially like that 50% level of those wicks has been, honestly hitting pretty fucking good. A lot in the month of May. Holy. See, boys, this is why we waited. This is why we waited till 11:30. Like I said, probably going to save me from something silly, and it did. Pray for your shorts. Holy shit. Yeah, you're going to need more than a prayer, I think, maybe, after that candle. You might need more than a prayer. I've been wrong before, though, so who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, fuck, dude. I'm kind of like... man. I'm asking myself, at what point would I replay that long? You know, either I'm going to replay it now, like off this 5-minute, you know, potential OB here, or what I'll end up doing. The only thing that I would wait for is just this 15-minute to totally inverse. That's like really the only thing that you could maybe wait for, because you still got all this room up here. So it's either do you want to risk it and front run it here, or wait for the closure here and then look for something. It's the safer option would obviously be wait, but what I don't, the only reason that I'm tempted to take it now is because I do kind of feel shitty when like a good setup happens and then I end up like taking it off stream, even though I have no reason to feel bad about that. But I don't know. I like being able to, if I can, secure my winning trades on stream as much as possible, but I can't sit here all day, boys. I'm still unprofitable as fuck. Would you say that that was a bad short? Which I don't know what short you took. I'm not sure what short you took. And here's the other thing, boys. Here's the other thing. You guys know this about me if you've been following me for a while. I'm never going to sit here and sit, you know, there'll be trades that people might take. Just like it happens, some trades I take, there's people in the chat that are like, I wouldn't take that trade. And that's great. There's trades that you guys might post or ask me to give you my opinion on. They're not a trade I would take, per se. But that's not like, I'm like, what right do I have to sit here and be like, no, that was stupid. That was fucking stupid. Like, I genuinely am of the mindset of like, if you have your mind fixed on something hard enough, higher, lower, you can talk yourself basically into anything. You can talk yourself into any trade at any time if you really want to. All right. So it's really just, it comes down to like just your ability to filter that out. And some days it's just hard. Some days it's hard. Some days you get fooled. Some days it's tricky. Right. You know, and since we've taken out previous weekly low, I'm of the opinion that it's really not difficult. If you want to make a case for higher, you can make that case. If you want to make a case for lower, you can make that case. You know, I find it so annoying. It's a pet peeve of mine in the trading space when people say things with such an absolute attitude. Oh, we're definitely doing this. It's like, shut the fuck up. You literally don't know what the fuck is going to happen, and neither do I. And it's like the most annoying thing in the world. It's just my pet peeve, bro. Literally, my pet peeve is when people act like they know what's going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. And it's just like, literally just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying, boys? Do you know what I'm saying? Can I get a fucking amen? I mean, holy shit. I mean, it's just a pet peeve of mine. You know, it is what it is. And, I mean, that's just the realest thing. I mean, nobody fucking knows, guys. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Everybody has a methodology for how they can have an edge. That's it. That's all this is. It's all probabilities. You go play blackjack at the casino, the dealer's showing a bus card, you know, and you got 17, 18, 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, your probabilities are on your side. Doesn't mean you're going to win 100%, but the probabilities are on your side. Maybe not the analogy some of you would love, but that literally is trading. None of this is a guarantee. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I don't care if your setup is A plus with extra credit, with a love affair with whoever your teacher is. I don't care how A plus it is. That shit can still fail. Facts, on God, no cap. I rest the defense rests. Peace out, Jason. Thanks for joining, Jason. It's good to have you back, man. Hopefully we've earned to have you back again tomorrow. But have a good day, man. Appreciate you. I know I'm going off the charts now and check back in the afternoon session. Yeah, I'm just watching this. I'm stalling a little bit, obviously. Just went on a little soapbox rant there, but this 15-minute candle has, 8 minutes left? So I'm probably definitely waiting on this closure before doing anything. And yeah, even if this closes, creating a bearish OB here, I think that is another indication of likely potentially higher prices. So at this rate, guys, it's just really... considering that I'm probably going to be ending stream here. So I may not get my wish. I may not get my entry that I'm wanting right now, just because I do want to wait a little bit. But yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be hunting here. Just watch the order flow. Just pay attention to the order flow. If we were going to get strong continuation, I think we should have seen this flip start carrying us lower. If not, strong acceleration beyond the previous weekly low much earlier. So, yeah, that's just kind of what we're looking like right now. And yeah, easiest targets are definitely going to be back within this range from today. For sure. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to like rip all the way back through here. You know, maybe not today, but we got NVIDIA earnings tomorrow as well, so keep that in mind. Perhaps it's gearing up for something like that. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I will post in the, I'll post on X and in the Discord if I do grab anything else. You guys kind of know what I'm waiting for at this point. But yeah, in all likelihood, I'm probably going to be hunting a long continuation here going into like the lunch macro. I need to go run my dog out. That's why I need to hop off stream. I need to go take him on a walk so he doesn't hate me. So I'm going to go take a little walk with him, let him pee on a couple trees, maybe take a little poo-poo. You guys know the vibes. And then I'll come back here. I'll keep my eye on things at lunch macro, and then I'll probably take a peek at things, if nothing else, towards the beginning of PM session as well. But yeah, man, congrats to, who's our giveaway winner again? Payu. Congrats to the giveaway winner. I'll get you the codes here shortly after stream. And appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. Hit the like button before you go. If you want to get funded with Apex, TRADEIFY, Lucid, TBT, MyFunded Futures, code Tyler will give you the best discount and supports the channel, and it is always appreciated. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to the mods, Kevin and Crypto Surfer, working hard today. And appreciate you, boys and girls. We'll be back live here tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to trade the morning before FOMC meeting minutes and NVIDIA earnings later in the day. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace and love, everybody.
Wake up early, coffee to my lips. Tyler trade streaming, giving us tips. The NASDAQ hustle riding up high. Charts on my playground, never asking why. ICT moves, smart money flows. Precision like an arrow, yeah, that's how it goes. Stop loss is shaking, but I hold my ground. Payouts stacking while the beats pound. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Futures bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Now time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Futures bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trader age every single day. Snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age.